All right, Jack, well, thanks again for coming down with your range of Yildiz to help us out with this test. Are all your guns capable of firing both standard performance and high performance steel?
Yes, as a sort of standard we do, when we bring them in, we get them high performance steel proofed. The only ones you can't do that on are the fixed chokes, but everything that comes in multi-choke we get steel, high performance steel proofed as standard.
Do you have any information on us on the negative effects that putting steel through guns can have on a long-term basis?
Personally, we just don't have the information to going forward. What we do know is that we just can't have steel-to-steel contact. In terms of long-term use, we have to wait until someone actually does a destructive test on it.
So it's definitely something where there is more work needs to be done by manufacturers to give us clear information on how long our guns will last using steel, on the effects that steel on steel will have. We know it's a negative effect, but we don't know how quickly that's going to affect the performance or the structure of the gun.
No, we don't. I mean, it's a new thing for us here in the UK and in Europe, and I don't think the manufacturers have quite caught up, because it's suddenly just gone from being a discussion to something that we're actually very actively looking into as a shooting community.
I mean, we spoke earlier, you buy a new car, you don't expect the tyres to last the lifetime of the car. You know you're going to have to replace them every couple of years. If it becomes the same with shotguns, that you're going to have to replace your barrels every 2 to 5 years, and that is just part of the running cost of that shotgun, I can't see how it would be a major issue.
It's, as you said, it's just changing the attitude. I think it's also changing the attitude of it being something that is a tool rather than something you're looking to pass down, and that will, I think that we'll see sort of how different manufacturers sort of take to it and see what they do offer as their sort of service kit really for the shotguns that they produce, like the sort of car manufacturers do with the servicing of their vehicles.
Bring in the heirloom, Tim. What have we got here? You have to explain it to us here, Jack.
So here, I very luckily inherited a pair of Purdy's from my grandfather, and these are 120 odd years old, but they're not, obviously, with what we've been discussing with steel shot, there's not something that at the moment, unless you get a new set of barrels, that you really want to put steel through, or designed to have steel put through them.
The gun industry is probably one of the few industries where something that old can still be compared to something this new. But if times had to change, and if because of the ammunition we had to use, you couldn't use them anymore, it's really not the end of the world when there's such value as this available.
No, it's not the end of the world, it just comes down to sentimentality.
Yeah, but a car from the same period you wouldn't still want to drive on the M25?
No, but you still want to take it out.
Yeah. So that gun there that I've been using, with that grade of wood, what would that cost me retail?
That would cost you, that particular model there, 1,750.
I just can't quite believe it. I've seen stocks made, just the stock with that sort of quality timber, for more than twice that.
It is, and I think, especially with the European manufacturers, it's coming from Turkey, they've got, a lot of the manufacturers there have their own walnut groves, and they therefore have access to the really, really beautiful quality of wood. So
a gun like that, beautiful quality timber, nice Perazzi Boss style action, proofed for high performance steel.
Yeah, we've been using it today for that purpose.
For sub £2,000. So I mean, really, if you had to replace that gun every 5 to 10 years,
it's feasible.
It is feasible.
Yeah, it is very feasible.
No, I just think it's absolutely stunning.